Hi everyone, this manhwa is called Dungeon Reset. Our story starts with our protagonist Dawn at the bottom of a deep pit, impaled on metal spikes. There are other people above him that say that have to leave Dawn behind before running off. Dawn pulls out the metal rods, losing a lot of blood. How will he survive? 1 month ago, Dawn was just walking around his town when suddenly he is enveloped in light and pulled into another world along with plenty of other people. Suddenly a funny dressed rabbit appears wearing a top hat and a suit. The cute rabbit introduces everyone to the game before an angry man interrupts and demands to be sent back immediately. The rabbit tries to continue talking, however the man interrupts again, grabbing the rabbit, shouting, and knocking his cute hat off. The rabbit exclaims that this is a dungeon game where you learn to die, and the first rule is to always be nice to the game guides. The rabbit then cuts the angry man's head clean off in front of everyone. The rabbit states that there's 100 people here, and they'll be starting now. Everyone starts running for their lives, while our protagonist is just coming to terms with the fact that this isn't a game and is real. The not-so-cute rabbit, well, who are we kidding, he's super adorable still. The rabbit gives everyone some random weapons before starting the dungeon game. Dawn sees countless people getting killed from traps and other monsters, but he escapes with a group of people. Dawn has an inventory screen up for storage and is getting pushed around by someone who got assigned the fighter class. The classes were assigned at the start of the game and most people have combat skills. However, Dawn's class simply says that he cleans dirty things and has a skill purification, so he's a non-combat type. Luckily, a nice man steps in and stops the fighter from being mean to Dawn with a scary look. After helping Dawn up, the nice man introduces himself as Sung Woo and tells Dawn to get some sleep because the guide said they'll reach the end point tomorrow, whatever that means. The next day, the party is getting chased down by a boulder while the bunny guide flies above taunting the party. Sung Woo tries to keep everyone together and encourage everyone, but Dawn is falling behind and is out of energy. That's when he steps into the pitfall trap and falls onto the metal spikes. Upon hearing the bunny guide say that the trap has a 0% survival rate, Sung Woo reluctantly agrees to leave Dawn and keep going, all the while being taunted by the bunny. Dawn is bleeding out at the bottom of the pitfall trap, listening to the distant screams of the remaining people while the bunny loudly taunts them, saying more than 10 people have survived and announcing the boss stage. Looks like the main party and Sung Woo are in for a fight. Dawn summons his weapon to him, but is too weak to do anything with it and drops it, thinking about his eventual death. You can do it, Dawn. Sung Woo takes down the boss with a super strong slash, however he lost one of his arms in the fight, which the rabbit taunts him for before announcing the next round will begin, diminishing the hopes of the remaining few people of going home. According to the rabbit, the real dungeon game starts now. During the taunting, Sung Woo is getting more and more angry, while the remaining people are injured and tired and simply can't go on. Seeing this, the rabbit decides that for clearing the first stage, everyone gets a reward. Just as he says it, everyone begins recovering all the wounds they have suffered over the course of the stage. Sung Woo even gets his arm back. Yay, go Sung Woo, who I'll refer to as Ryu now that the guide has said his full name. While the guide tries to gather everyone to get to the next stage, Dawn receives the survivor's recovery bonus, just like the rest of the party. So in a way, Ryu did end up saving Dawn like he wanted by killing the boss. Don realizes that everyone is about to move stages without him and yells for them to take him too, but they can't hear him. With everyone gone, the dungeon starts to magically reset. Don's blood is disappearing, and the trap is resetting itself while he is still down there. Don surmises that the dungeon resetting must mean there are other participants about to take part in the first stage. Knowing this, Don triggers the trap so no one else will fall in. While Don is trying to figure a way out of the put, the rabbit guide finds him. Oh no! The rabbit complains that he's meant to be dead and explains that he can't take Don to the next stage now because things are all messed up, and demands Don to open his status window, which shows errors everywhere. The rabbit explains that the dungeon sees Don as a death, not a survivor. Don tries to convince the rabbit that he can fix the mistake by sending Don back home. However, the rabbit decides instead to leave, saying that he'll die in the pit eventually and that will sort it. What a mean bunny, still super cute though. At this point, Don is getting sick of being laughed at and treated poorly because of his class and skills he was given at the start of the stage, and instead resolves to survive the dungeon and come up with another way to live.